broke off his nose. There are some chips that come off the club as well.
Yeah. He just does that to vent a little bit.
Okay.
Then he comes to stand in front of an
While you were venting, you actually heard the roar and anger of hill giants, kind of like in your ears and kind of in your blood, and this throbbing from your tooth, and maybe that was the time when you decided that this was enough. Grolanter's got sort of a sneer now. You're breathing heavy when you exert yourself, I guess. Just you don't have to breathe. Probably you still do once in a while.
Well, probably when he exerts, more of a habit than anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't understand why you did it. Don't make any sense. You know, you're supposed to keep things in order. That's what you're here for. Now there's nothing but madness everywhere. I don't know what your plan was, but I don't think this was it.
A non-statue glanced down at you.
Tell me what I'm supposed to do.
He looks at the door.
Behind me?
Yep.
Okay, Altagar is taken aback for a moment,
And then you look back at the statue,
yeah.
Did I imagine
Did I just
that?
see
And
that?
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's just a plain statue looking all kind of fierce, holding onto this orb.
His anger kind of gets quenched at that moment, just due to the shock.
Oh, let me share the. I'm not on the right
screen.
The right screen. My bad. So he's in the temple of the Allfather, and he went initially to Surt's statue, and then got warmed up by the Surt statue, bashed in Grolanter's statue, and then was standing before Nam.
Could you go kick Thrim in the dick for us? Just a couple of...
So behind you is an archway with a number of sigils on the archway. You remember that, and those are the sigils that are there.
Mm-hmm.
You remember Oberon had taken a look at it, but I don't recall if you ever talked to Oberon about what he read.
No, I don't think I got around to that.
Yep. The symbols are in an arch, and there's kind of like a pattern that suggests there's a door, but it's not like a door with a hinge and a door latch or anything like that. Mm-hmm. The Hog rune. You speak Giant. You know what the runes... yeah, you might actually be able to read this.
Okay.
The Hog rune is glowing slightly as you approach.
Oh. He holds up Grolantor's club. Just
Okay.
a little more, or...
You're waving the club around, it doesn't glow any more or less.
He goes and puts the club in place on Grolantor.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of slide it into his hands. He's holding onto his club, sans tooth.
Yeah.
As you walked away from the arch of sigils, the Hog rune kind of slowly glowed less.
Yeah. Then he'll approach again without it.
Okay, it starts to glow again as you approach.
He just touches the rune.
Okay, you get even closer, and it glows fiercely, almost like it catches with this eldritch fire. This is even before you touched it.
Mm-hmm.
Now you touch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He touches it.
It now even gets brighter and seems to kind of be very stable. Like it's not glowing any less. Like almost like you pushed a button.
Okay. Just for shits and giggles, he's gonna try and open the door anyway.
Okay. You push on it. There's a crack. like you pushed part of it.
Okay. He pushes harder.
The door is opening.
Well, that was unexpected.
that was
No one saw that one
unexpected.
coming.
Apparently, you don't need all of them. You need.
How many times have we looked at a thing and went, oh, we can't use this, and walked away? This has to be like the third time in this game where we were like, we can't solve this, and walked away from something that we were just like...
Marty's
all
like,
Altagar's
there goes that
jaws,
plan.
You are carrying what?
The key.
Tooth.
yeah. Grolanter's tooth.
Now you've got to Greco-Roman wrestle him in the traditional style, so have fun with that.
Open
And
the
I actually
door.
have to make reference to a book. The DM is also about to do a pee-pee dance, so why don't we do a a quick 5-minute
You
break?
can dance. You can dance.
You can dance if you want
Be
to.
defense.
Sorry, I know we said half an hour till we got to Midwick. But
Hey, dude, this is all good. This is all good, man.
And I'm going to try to keep from looking at the score of the Montreal game because that may drastically affect my mood.
Do not look at it. Do not look at it. Hey, Adam, you checking?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Don't tell him.
Don't? Okay.
No, it was a blow up. I'm just going to close that window. Whoop.
Yeah. Nobody tell her.
Don't say nothing. You didn't see a damn thing.
Damn it.
So this went a little bit sideways. It's quite clear that we can't do CR24 fight, CR24 fight, CR24 fight all in one day. We have to...
No. We can. It's just good when we're not cursed.
Being cursed is bad. This is true.
Dude, it took me... Lemmy has to avoid fights right now.
Yes.
I can buff you, and that's it. I can take you places. But I am not going into fights.
Well, the places we go, we tend to fight. Precisely.
Well, we'll have to go far, like a mile away, and be like, okay, here's your buffs. Good luck.
Okay. All right, you go get them, guys.
Basically, and then just tie me up. No, it doesn't even matter. You can't tie me up.
It's hilarious.
Fuck.
Fuck shit.
So question, what if someone takes the axe from me?
Well, who do you want to have the uncontrollable super rage?
Oh, anybody other than you. Doesn't matter, anybody other than you.
Well, fair enough. So we were discussing about what we could do, and it's like, well, what if you steal the axe away from me? Well, then I have the uncontrollable killy rage.
No, I was wondering, like, what if someone takes it from me, takes the axe, like, here, give me your axe. I'm like, I don't
And
know.
you might try to get the axe back in combat, or they might get the curse. Like,
I'm good with that.
it's still
This
funny.
game, I could not have guessed how this
Dude.
game turned out. Like bunch of random kind of like, oh, we went in this direction, so this happened.
Did you like my, I'm gonna plane shift. This is worse. I'm gonna plane shift back.
Why do you have 2 plate shifts? What kind of spell list is that? I mean, it's an Ahmed spell list. This spell's good. I'll prep it 6 times. But Jesus Christ.
two times. Get over it. I never look.
You didn't have an item to cast the spell.
I've never. Yeah, you teleport back to Vergholm. You get the rod. Go over there. Boom. Get it back. You're done. Done. See?
Bing, bing, boom, bada boom.
And I
Bada
usually have
bing.
mythic points. This is the
Hey, bada
first
bing,
time.
bada boom.
This is this is the second time I've run out of mythic points since we've become mythic. So apparently I got to take more mythic points.
I guess I ran out of mythic points too, except for that one that I'm saving for. That one is basically the one that I only use if I'm gonna not rage, but I needed a rage.
Yeah, we all had to do it, boy. I understand that. It was bad timing for everybody.
It was well, at least I went murder rampage of chaotic evil frost giants. It's not as bad not as tainty on the soul, we hope. All those where.
So last you heard, Lemmy grabbed Dankar and said, "Good luck." Poof.
I might have been involved in this. Poof.
Oh man, what a mess. Fantastic.
We did it.
We are Ragnarok. We are Ragnarok.
You know what? That is an excellent name for this session. If we don't come up with a better name, Marty,
We are
Ragnarok. Is
Look at everything we've caused, man. Oh my god.
But you guys get XP and treasure, so you're playing
Right.
D&D.
Oh
at least.
yeah.
oh
it's
yes.
awesome. It's awesome. The
It
heroes
came time for Altagar to lead his new crewmen. One of them gave him the stink eye, so he split his skull upon a bench and spread his brains across the poop deck. The rest of the crew went, "Oh shit, this might be worse than death. Better fight."
Any questions?
And they actually rallied and
question.
kicked you off the boat.
They did it. They succeeded.
But they got worse than the death of you guys being the captain.
Well, we don't know what happened to got grabbed by the plant thing.
Lemmy doesn't know.
What happened
Lemmy
to those
has no
guys?
clue what's going on there. He has no idea what happened. You're like,
They're
hey,
stuck
Lemmy,
in
how'd
a-
you do that? Do what? Plane shift? You
There's-
done that?
They're stuck in some weird Japanese movie right now.
Marty. Sorry, I forgot something. Lemmy has to do a heal check to get those twigs out of him. Those branches and twigs out of him.
You gotta pull the tree bits out of you.
If you can.
It's okay. Remy's already taken care of your love interest. It's alright. You don't have to worry about that stick there.
It's alright. Talk about having a Woody. Ha ha ha.
Okay. There's a shimmering kind of archway
Pinocchio.
that you opened up. You get the feeling that you're walking through something magical, Altagar. Do you have any ranks in Knowledge Arcana or Spellcraft?
I do not.
Okay.
It's right there. Holy smokes. Okay.
We suck! We suck! Okay, let's shut up.
There's a hexagonal chamber that's beyond where Anam had looked at you, and where the statues of the other gods are. There are smaller statues of the deities inside this room. Actually, they're not of the deities. You don't think? Give me a knowledge religion.
Religion. Actually, I have to check. I may actually have that skill. No. Awesome.
Okay, knowledge nature.
Nope.
Int check with a +2.
Scraping the bottom of the barrel there.
There we go.
Knowledge
21.
history.
21. Okay. So they look like less like depictions that are in the other room and more like the epitome of 6 different types of giants. Hailstone, Frost, Firecloud, Storm. You know from that book of giant kind that these six types of giants are the more atypical types of giants. Each of the giant statues, although it kind of looks pretty lifelike, is holding up a torch, a lantern in their hands. There's a cold magical light that radiates from each of the lanterns, and there is a really old giant corpse that is lying in the middle of the room, face down, and is still in his armor.
Based on his size, can I guess what kind of giant he was?
Sure, this giant is... Alright, I've got so many windows open. We will get rid of the whales.
Where?
Greenpeace is gonna get you.
The giant corpse still has kind of like a milky white hair spilling out of its open face helm. It's definitely been here for a long time, although you're not too sure how long. Like it's skeletal and kind of frozen to the ground. It is still wearing a bright suit of what looks like breastplate armor, huge in size.
Huge.
Okay. So the giant, maybe in life, was probably 21 feet tall.
So more like a storm or cloud giant than. Okay. Is it holding anything or?
Its gauntleted hands are empty. And
Okay.
Altagar can't help but notice there's this big cleft in the back of his armor.
He died of natural causes.
Altagar's a warrior. You're thinking a slashing weapon hit this guy in the back. Like a really big slashing weapon.
All right.
Kind of a few feet away, you actually do see a huge... give me a second, it might be gargantuan. Let's see. Yeah, it's a gargantuan morning star.
Holy shit.
It's also kind of golden, and it's like the make of the ball, not the spikes, is of the same kind of sheen as the golden breastplate.
Okay. He's gonna go pick that up.
Okay.
If only as a gift for Ukher, who will like to swing that around for no particular reason.
Yeah,
it's big. Of course, I want to swing it around.
It's really big and unwieldy, even for your size. It's two size categories too large for you. It's like a battering ram for you almost. But it looks nice. You have no way of determining whether it's magical or not.
No, I do not.
Or do you? But when you do pick up the item, there is something, you see the light coming from behind you, and like this day couldn't get any worse. There's something rising up from the corpse. Hair is standing up on end. Kind of this silverish armor where its gold armor once was.
Oh, hey, I didn't mean to disturb your slumber there.
Father, is that you?
No. But I'm a friend.
You're a friend of my father's?
No, I'm just meaning I don't mean you any harm.
My armor is damaged.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
Is there something wrong with my back? And the ghost slowly turns towards you, and you can see this kind of crawling open wound as it looks like it's bleeding into the ethereal. You could see ribs and spine kind of open along the wound. Yeah, anyone with a wound like that wouldn't be walking, and it's the same wound as the corpse on the ground.
Yeah, you seem to have a little cut on your back there.
Oh, God.
You know, right through you.
Why would he do this to me? My own father. And the ghost swoops down towards you and kind of into the ground, so he's right at eye level with you. Oh, this thing is big. You get an AOO as it's swooping.
Yeah, he chooses not to take that AOO. I don't know why your father would do that, but maybe if you told me what you was doing, we could figure that out.
We came here to ask questions. But for some reason, they don't answer me anymore.
Maybe if you show me how to ask those questions, I could ask them for you.
My father does not want to make things right again. We learned of the ordning coming to an end. I wanted to ask how to make it better, and why would he do such a thing? My father. I saw something on his face. I saw the evil that plagues some of my kind.
Oh, okay.
He must have seen his opportunity.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going around now.
I want to know where Anam's greatest servant went, King Hekaton. While Anam kept the ordning in place in the heavens, on the mortal realms and in the plains, King Hekaton's will also kept things in line. Hekaton went missing, and then the ordning was shattered.
Was it his disappearance that started it? I mean, shattering the ordning.
I don't know. But none of the giant chiefs, the great ones of each of these races, would have ever dared cross King Hekaton in his glory. You are half-breed?
Yeah, just the big kind.
Half giant and half what?
Dwarf.
King Hekaton knew that the way forward for giants was by working with and coming to terms. Working with the smaller races and coming to terms that giants would never have their empires again. The age of giants, like the age of dragons, has come full circle. We are waning, while others rise.
It's the way of things, though.
It is. Which is why I came here. I cannot ask these questions any longer. They do not listen to me. My father wanted to ask other questions.
What would he want to know?
Power.
Yeah, he's not the only one.
Yes. Not many came here. No one asks of the Oracle any longer. And I cannot. It does not answer.
Well, why don't you tell me how to ask the Oracle a question, and I'll ask whatever question you want.
Perhaps my questions are no longer relevant.
Maybe if we could find King Hecaton, we can put things back the way they're supposed to be.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. The other great chieftains had a way to get to Hecaton's court. They each had a conch plucked from the seabed of his great palace.
Do you know where I could find one of these conchs?
The chieftains had them, one for each of the great tribes of giants.
So you're telling me the hill giants, they got one?
They had one. I do not know if they still have such things. Does anyone visit Hecaton's court any longer? I get the sense I have been here for a long time. If the first giant I have spoken to... Well, if you are half-breed... He's looking at you kind of confused.
Yeah.
How long have I been here?
It's kind of hard to say. It's really cold, so you froze.
Is that me?
Yeah, I'm sorry to say it is.
Oh. Why am I still here?
maybe you can't rest till someone's taking care of this.
Oh. Oh. Are you going to take care of this? Are you going to get vengeance for my father's treachery?
If your father's still alive, I could do that. And I'm gonna set things right the way it's supposed to be.
Who are you?
My name's Altagar. What's your name?
Igron. Son. I'm gonna type this out. Son of Blagothcus.
Son of Blagothcus. Alright, well that's
Dad is nicer than your grandpa when it comes to naming children. It's old Blaggy.
The Oracle, I remember now. The oracles told my father that he could never impress the gods enough to earn their favor. And then they urged me to step out from my father's dark shadow. And those were the last things that I heard.
Sounds to me like your father realized son was more of a man than he was. I'm sorry this happened to you, and I'm sorry I didn't get to know. I didn't get to meet you in life.
Oh.
But you
are naked.
well, I got pants on. I got a funny definition of naked.
Do you know how to wear armor?
Well, I know how. I just generally prefer not to.
This armor may be too big, but if you bring it to the forge of an arm, it can be resized.
Is that in here somewhere?
No. Forge of an arm is far from here. The stone giants tend to it.
Okay.
It is the place where Anam built many things.
Fair enough.
It is the place where even other gods have snuck in to build things of their own.
Well, I'll definitely look for the forge then.
Yes, I am sure the dwarves speak of how they tricked the giants into letting them use the forge of Anam to craft the mighty Mjolnir.
Yeah, we, something like that, yeah.
Take my armor, if it can help you.
Thank you, I will. I'm not too familiar with your people's funeral rites. What do you want me to do with, you?
To the highest mountaintop. I assume you have no way of reaching the clouds.
You might be surprised, actually.
Find a high place. Burn my bones so that my ashes and smoke may drift high into the sky. But I have a feeling it does not matter anymore what happens to my bones. Best that you just leave them here.
Alright, I'll leave them here till I know things have been put back in order. So, Igaron, this oracle, how do I ask questions? Do I just ask him, or I gotta make a sacrifice?
You opened the arch. You are one of the proxies.
I guess if you say so.
Then you can stand here in the center, and you will feel the gaze of the ancestors and the oracles. You should prepare your questions. I do not know how many you shall get, and it may be some time before they answer you again. Give me a second, there might be also be a little bit more treasure here. Blah, 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 blah.
It kind of feels like, yeah, I know we're talking about introducing Midwick, but we're actually introducing Altagar. Like right now. Hey, Altagar, this is why you're here, buddy. We didn't open up the door in the temple because we're a bunch of wusses.
Well, we don't have sex, so clearly we can't go in. Let's not even
Right,
try.
that
That's
was
what
the
we
logic
did. That's what we did.
You could have gone the entire campaign without wandering into this little nook. Opal of the Ild Rune. What the fuck does that mean?
We almost did, had I not randomly walked this way.
Yep.
Oh, cool. I'll make a note. Okay. All right, is Altagar wandering into the center?
Yep. Does he feel the gaze of the ancestors?
Yeah, you actually get a sense that there are spirits and things kind of kicked up behind each of the statues. You can hear low grumbling from giants and the crackle of fire and the snapping of ice. The grinding of invisible footsteps along the pebbles, or along the ground. Some roars and crashes. What do you want to know?
So I want to know. He looks at Igaron. Yes, I want to know how I can restore the rule of King Hecaton.
Find him and free him.
Okay. Clearly, I wasn't specific enough. where would I find him? Specifically, where would I find him?
On the edge. So where would I find him? On the edge of reality and Ultra.
He looks at Igron. What the hell is that?
Someone get me a map.
And how would I go about getting there?
You're whispering amongst themselves. Some clashing and banging. Follow his footsteps. And the trail of the monster that took him.
What monster took him?
So how do I get there?
Follow the trail. Monster that took him.
Don't have a lot of knowledge skills. I like it when you say things plainly in proper English.
What is the CR of the monster that killed that took him?
So what took him? Is it really what you're asking?
Yeah, basically what took him. Or I'm gonna go with who, because I suspect whoever's behind it has a name.
Whom?
Whom?
Who owned the chief? Who owned the chief?
The Kraken Shadow.
The Kraken Shadow. Got took by a Kraken. Okay. And where would I pick up this trail?
From where he was last seen by his kin and his subjects.
Yeah, okay. And Altagar gets the frustration.
You know what I go through now.
The Altagar looks at Igron. This is why I'm not a priest. Cannot deal with this kind of thing. And where was that?
And how do I get there?
You actually hear some of the spirits laughing. There might be an argument amongst the spirits, and the magic just goes
Does
away.
that count as a question? That's what they're arguing about.
Yeah.
That doesn't count. You should imagine it clearly.
Where can I find the trail? And where is that?
Laughter ensues.
Yeah, so no answer. No definitive answer.
Response, ha 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 ha. Why do I have a humorous god?
The ghost's hand kind of closes over your shoulder, and actually does 2d6 points of accidental necromantic damage.
Okay, yeah, well, let's not be doing that right now, okay?
All right, Mr. Grab.
I know where.
Okay, then, now we're talking.
He was last seen by his kin and subjects in his own court.
Okay, his face kind of drops like this is not helping any more than... Where is his court?
Find a conch, and it will bring you there.
Okay, right, I got you. Where I'm gonna find a conch. Right, okay, the chieftain's got them. Grinseldic, is that a name you recognize?
Yes.
Is she a chieftain?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna beat her ass and I'm gonna get a conch, alright?
She
Now
is
we're talking.
one of 6.
Yeah, well, she's number 1 on my list right now, so...
I understand. You will fight her to remain proxy of hill giants.
Proxy? Are you kidding me? I'm going after Grelantor himself.
His eyes go wide at this. Like it's shocking.
You alright, Ghost?
I suppose with the ordning broken, you could be a new way for you giants.
Yeah. Think about it. Be pretty nice if, you know, they need people.
Yes. They are brutish, aren't they?
Yeah.
We don't tend to invite them into the clouds with us.
And, no one's blaming you for that.
He nods.
But I believe if properly guided as a race, they could do some good.
They are stronger than the average human or demi-human.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of feel like we're being shit talked.
Altagar.
And once they see the advantages of cooperation, like you was talking about.
He's kind of drifting away, kind of aimlessly, kind of
Hey, I was
whispering your
talking to
name.
you. Seriously?
Proxy. Like it's taking him time to learn.
Yeah, I'll be the proxy.
Proxy. Is there something wrong with my back?
Damn it, Grandpa.
Yeah. Your father.
He gets angry all over again, and there's this realization. And then you even feel more sad for him as he's starting to go through the same emotions again. Which are probably the emotions that flashed through his mind as he was bleeding out on the floor.
he goes through a conversation with him again till he kind of goes back to proxy.
Okay.
At which point he picks up his body and moves him out.
Okay. Leave my bones, he says. He definitely gets really angry when you start fiddling with his bones. But you
just told me.
take my armor if you require it.
Oh, right, that is. I'm coming back for your bones once we know everything's gonna be fine. That's right, I apologize.
That would be...
Okay, yeah.
Come here to speak to the Oracle.
I actually did. I'm sorry you missed that conversation.
We had a pleasant chat.
All right, so the borderline hostility was when you were moving the bones out of the place, but you're able to kind of pick his armor out. You do notice that there's one plate in the armor. It's kind of like right on his chest plate. It's like a trapezoid shaped plate that is affixed to his armor. It's got a rune on it.
Okay, do I recognize the rune?
It is one of the runes that's on the gate outside, or on the arch outside.
Okay, so that's probably what he had to get in here.
Is he Stein? Ah!
There isn't. No, it's a. You pull it off, and the tablet turns into more of a holdable shape. It's got the Ild rune on it.
Okay.
Okay. It's the snail with the pompadour.
It's like turns into like more of a triangular shape, and it's like a fire opal in a triangle shape.
Okay.
You holding it on just in your hand. Don't feel cold anymore.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we can use that. How big is it? Like.
Yeah, it's probably just a little wedge in your hand, but it turned into something much bigger when you affixed it to the armor.
I see. Okay. Can he affix it to his belt buckle?
What's your belt buckle do? What
My
does your
belt
do?
buckle. Oh, it's a belt of giant strength +2.
Yep, it sticks onto your belt.
Huh.
You don't feel the biting cold from the open door with the snowy weather outside.
Well, that's a relief. He gives a nod in the direction of Ikaron.
Okay.
He vows to himself he'll put Ikaron to rest when this is all over.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to react
No,
to your solemn
Ikaron.
vow.
Yeah. And he's not getting any more answers.
No, the connection to the Oracle seems to have gone.
Yeah. He'll leave Ikaron to his afterlife confusion. He'll sleep right at the feet of Anam.
Okay. We'll consider that one mythic trial achieved, as you spoke to the Oracle of the Eye of Anam.
Random mythic trial! And by random, I mean dumb luck. I actually stumbled upon it.
Yay, I did it!
Yay!
Yeah.
I got my starting quest. Yes.
Altagar accidentally visits Ivanov. Opens the portal to the Oracle Chamber, speaks to Agaron, and speaks to the oracles. Yeah, you are right. It accidentally turned into the introduction for Altagar.
Nope. That's what happened. Hey, look, we just introduced Altagar.
Okay, how does the band get back together?
Can I rest?
Yeah, let me you rest. You don't have any mythic points left, so you aren't able to fast rest, so you rest
No.
that evening.
Like my 8 hours rest.
Yep.
And
then
am I
Ukher
able to pull those branches out? Twigs, branches.
Yeah, you left the twigs and branches behind when you dimension doored away. The damage was basically the 66. The damage was yeah, exactly, Foxfire. That's fate right there. Like, how do you argue with fate when stuff like that happens? They rolled a d8 several times and went in the right direction. Weird. Let's go to the world map. So when you dimension hopped out of the tree, you didn't take any of the tree with you.
Ah, okay.
That the 66 damage was all the open holes that you took from removing it.
No problem.
You might have splinters, which you spend kind of part of the day pulling out, but curing magic and then just regular healing will be the equivalent of removing it. You are missing that branch. Like that thing got blown up or eaten up as part of your spell. That's not how you're supposed to cast plane shift. You used a mythic. Used a hero point basically to do something really zany. So
to escape.
Yeah.
I do have my flute still that's made out of the same material.
Because with a raging Ukher, Altagar being trapped on the side of the boat, and a couple of animals, it'd be really hard to successfully save a raging Lemmy.
There were like 12 giants around me who were like... It was... Hey man, it's just the way they rolled. It's all good.
It is how that encounter turned out.
It was a fantastic event.
I could think of a couple of ways in which you could have made that encounter different, or helped it not happen. But yeah, yeah. The next morning comes, Lemmy. You're up at dawn. You were able to prepare for your spells.
So we're gonna do. I'm preparing 2 sendings, and well, I only have 1 teleport, so we're gonna have to mythic points our way around. First sending is gonna be to these guys. I hope to get a response back from you. I'm back on Vosgard. Tell me where you are located, and I'll teleport to you. Give me time.
Okay, who are you sending to first? Ukher
both of these guys.
It's both. He's got
Both
mythic
of these
sendings,
guys.
so he can send to multiple creatures.
Awesome. So you use a mythic point to cast a mythic spell, which is mythic sending, so you can send to multiple creatures. How many? Just out of
4, 1 per mythic.
1 per tier.
tier.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So Altagar, you kind of thought for a moment that Anam might be speaking to you, but that it's just sort of Lemmy.
Sounded annoying and tiny.
You hear a voice in your head, and then Ukher, you kind of feel hungover, and you can hear seabirds, and there's a little growl from Skolvie beside you, and your feet are wet.
My feet are wet. I'm spooning a dragon. Skolvie spooning me. We're on a whale.
You're
Saint
on
right.
a dead whale. There's some violent thrashing near the back end of the whale as some shark is like currently having lunch. And you're woken up by Lemmy. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Both of you responding at the same time. Go.
I'm on the whale.
I'm at the Temple of Anam, getting get me whenever you're ready. I've got
I
some
didn't
news
kill
to
anybody important, right?
tell you. By the way,
Yeah.
there's a ghost here, and I gotta give you some credit for that. All the
God, the dragon.
Make it stop!